Thank you, Chicago. Even though I had some near-death experiences in your beautiful city, uh, it is a Gambino Al Capone city. So just want to let everybody know. Thank you for standing strong for us and supporting our city, Chicago, because we are in the third largest city in the entire country. And of course, we hold the Board of Trade and we hold our Chicago Mercantile Exchange and hold quite a bit of the economy here on behalf of, following up with New York City 1 hour later. And of course, New York City with our NASDAQ, our Dow Jones, and our S&P 500. And, Chicago's been trying to keep up as best they can. Of course, we're not able to compare the two states only because New York is really completely secure. And it's also completely separate from land, which makes it a lot easier for them, for the security of the city. And on us, for Chicago, we're in the state of Illinois, which makes it more difficult and more challenging. But the differences within New York and Chicago is back with Mayor Daley. Chicago did not really cooperate with federal and didn't really cooperate as much as they thought they were going to cooperate. And it led to a lot of suspended warrants that never was served, and it really got complicated in the city because, again, the crime...
In 800 feet, your destination will be on the right.
And when the crime wave started to form, they weren't able to channel out the energy. So therefore, we're like the capital, I guess, of homicides and crime in the entire country. And it's just an unfortunate experience because now the Chicago...
Your destination is on the right.
Is now starting to realize that, we have to cooperate with federal because now they're going to call martial law. So when they call martial law, basically what's going to happen is the streets are going to be safe. People will feel safe. People want to relocate here to Chicago because since January 1st to July 1st, and this comes from the city of Chicago, we have lost a total of 30,000 residents in the city of Chicago. When you Google it and you go to 2015, 2016, there's a loss of 47,000 residents in the state of Illinois. And when you start looking at these statistics and then you look at LinkedIn, you have 258,000 jobs available in the Chicagoland area. 258,000. So if you look at the loss of population, loss of the people within the state, and you look at the entire scope of what's happening in Chicago, and you look to see the commercial spots, the economy, like 5 commercial spots available on Oak Street and 6 commercial spots available on Walton Street. And I'm talking about the first block, people. I'm not talking about, just like a 2 or 3 block radius. I'm talking about 1 block. And, when you start seeing that in the city of Chicago, it's becoming a war zone. It's becoming a ghost town in some parts of the city. And if people don't start to wake up to the truth, then martial law is what's going to help the city. And, you got your people that are completely against martial law and they want to keep living in chaos and in war zones. And by all means, everyone has got to truly understand and wake up to the truth, and because they're going to have more and more homicides as the year goes by and more problems as years go by. And unfortunately, if the people themselves cannot protect their own city anymore, then they're going to need federal and military assistance. And a lot of other countries that are ahead now of the United States are, they realize what it takes to support and protect an entire city and country. And they are ahead of the game now. And in Chicago, I don't know the exact statistic, so you may not want to quote me on this, but possibly you may want to quote me. But because we're the number 1 county in the whole entire country and pretty much the whole world for incarcerations, then that would mean equal to a problem. And when you go through all of these complications in life, you start looking at the science, the math, and you could quote me on this, rather the science or the math. I believe we're between 26th rated in the whole entire world, and we're rated also throughout the whole entire nation and the whole world as 27. So that's really not a good number to be living upon. And when you look at 22nd in positioning to the whole entire world, that is getting very extremely complicated. That doesn't look too good. And even if you're looking at science at 27, or even at math well, going towards 27, you know, we're looking to see what's happening to the city of Chicago. And as you start seeing more and more, and you start developing the Google experience, and you start realizing what's really going on within this moment in time in the city, you come back to this moment in time in the city and you realize it's just not going too well anymore. So the people themselves, if they cannot support the economies of the city, or they can't support the possibility of protecting the security of the people and the residents, then what actually happens is you start to get a breakdown of that society. And once you get that breakdown of that society, it just you get more and more corruption as years go by, and more loss of residency as the years go by, as time goes by and as moments go by, and you lose a beautiful city. So thank you everyone for listening up with me to me. I'm a little stressed out and I'm not feeling too well, so I'm gonna sign off. 10-4 over and out. Love you. Ciao.